Good evening, dear esteemed followers. I am Sudanese from Sudan. I want to seize this opportunity so as to tell you about some actions which had happened in my beloved country Sudan by the RSF. After the coup succeeded in Niger before 2 weeks, we have discovered that the previous government in that neighboring country has done very bad actions on us. The previous government has sent to our beloved country about 6,000 soldiers so as to support the RSF while they are trying so as to take power by force in my beloved country Sudan. And these 6,000 soldiers, they are not really soldiers, they are criminals. They have been put in the Niger jails. So most of them are special. Most of them are killers, drug sellers, rapers, and professional thieves. And those people, when they entered my beloved country, they have done bad actions on our land. They have stole all Sudanese bank, and especially the Central Sudanese Bank. They have taken everything by force. They have destroyed the bank's records. But in spite of this, the cameras have caught them, and we are going to know them one by one after we finish the internal battle. Also, they have destroyed the documents office, the Sudanese document office. They have destroyed also the statistics home. They have destroyed also the civil registration. They have destroyed also lands records, besides the court records. Everything that concern the owner papers, documented papers, they have destroyed it. Why? Because they want, after they take the power, so as to settle in the Sudanese civilian houses and saying that these houses belong to them, and if you claim that this house belongs to you, they will never give it to you because you have no papers, and the records, you will never find it again because they are burned by them. This is their plan. Besides this, the governmental offices, most of them have been looted or burned. Most of them are devastated. This was a very vicious plan so as to destroy the Sudanese infrastructure completely, so as to ease for them controlling the Sudanese society. But they have failed because our army defeated them completely by the support of the Sudanese people. And all the Sudanese factions, all Sudanese parties have united completely, majority of them, so as to destroy the invasion. And they have succeeded fully to defeat them. But now we are trying so as to clean our lines, because these facts are very dangerous, and we will never stop here. We are going to write a complaint against the Niger government about their interfering in Sudanese issues, because they want to change the region by force. But the circumstances have helped the Sudanese government, because there is a coup in Niger, and the new rulers have discovered the fact of the previous ousted president, and they declare it to all the world. And this is a proof against them, and we will never stop here. It doesn't mean that we hate the Niger people, no. It doesn't mean that all the Niger people are bad, no. Those people are our neighbors, and we have very strong connection with them. There is historical connection between them. Most of them are Muslim, and they used to come to Sudan so as to work here in Jazeera scheme. And also we have some Sudanese going there so as to work at the Niger companies. So the social connection between us and Niger is very strong. Therefore, from here we greet them, and also we greet and respect the new government there, because they have helped us much through crossing the border between Sudan and Niger, and this helped us much so as to stop the flow of the mercenaries to enter our country. It is clear that our country has been has been rejected or has been a destinations for newcomers so as to change its power by force, and we have been awake. That is why we defeat them through only 24 hours, and now Sudanese people are united, and it is our time so as to clean our lines well. It is our time because we are going to relook the connection between us and the other people, because we discovered that the situation between the Sudanese people and the neighbors in the previous time wasn't very clear. It wasn't very clear because most of them have used to us to enter through the borders without documents, and that is why they are residing on Sudanese lands, and most of them have tried so as to get the national number so as to be Sudanese through papers. We know this. We respect their intention. We respect their intention and aim so as to be Sudanese, because our land at that time and our society at that time was very welcoming and hosting them according to our religion as Muslims. Most of them are Muslims, so we used to welcome them and give them a land to stay, and most of them have been very peaceful and respecting us, so they became Sudanese by the time. It doesn't mean that we are going to be very peaceful with newcomers who came from the neighbors, because we discovered that most of them, when the RSF tried so as to take the power, some of them tried so as to stand by them. So it is time. We are going to relook in all the formal national number which had been given to them. We are going to recheck all these papers again so as to know our enemy from our friend. It is time. It is high time for us as Sudanese to know this, and this also drive us so as to talk much about the internal situation now. Now our army is progressing. Most of the areas which the RSF used to stay in it, and from it announces that he is controlling Khartoum, most of these areas has been freed from him, and there is completely collapse in his forces when discovered that the leader has passed away, and now they are surrendering and escaping the battlefield, and most of them now are raising white flags so as to surrender to the army. It is our time as Sudanese so as to rebuild our country again, and to relook in our connection between us and our neighbors. And also, according to this, we are going to organize our internal politics that discipline our people, and having or taking or seizing weapons within them. The weapons is going to be with the army only, and according to this, new laws are going to be issued so as to control our society. But at the same time, we call all the international organizations, especially UN and the Arabian University, besides the AU, African Union, to help the Sudanese people to condemn this invasion which had happened on our land by support of other countries. The silence upon the situation that is going on my country is not respected, and this is going to make alarm and also a bell for the other countries that is this international organization is not going to be justice, because there is a secret agenda going on, but the people are going to discover it. So this international and regional organizations should respect the people's will, the will of the people, so as to live free and to have their government according to their willing, and also not to be open to invasions which came from outside. We respect all the world, and at the same time we want to be a very good example, and I from here announce that the Sudanese people will never be easy taken by the neighbors. Will never be easy taken. We have read the history well, and also our history against the colonized era has been very clear. We conquer them, and we have beaten them, and they fled our country. Our history is very clear, and it is very wide. So our enemies must read it before they try so as to enter, or to think before they do any actions that may harm our country Sudan. Now we are recovering, and now we are heading on going on the right direction, and we are going to rebuild our country again, and the people of Khartoum are going to return back, and we are going to recover more stronger than ever. And bye for now.